It's been quite a while, hasn't it, since we've done one of these streams like this. Since we've had a stream where it's been 9:30, where a stream where we've had the old intro music with the hidden Morse code bit in the middle as well. It's been quite a while since all of this, but most importantly, It's been 2 weeks since the game released. The devlogs are a bit misleading in what was teased. 13 days since the servers were fixed. The first 5 days should just be completely nixed. 3 days since we were promised a patch. It was split in two but now delayed, and that's the catch. But yesterday, I finally gave up because playing every heist 300 times fucking sucks. And that is ultimately the main thing with Payday 3 right now. No matter how fun the game is, no matter how long it lasts, the progression system is fucked. And it just isn't fun once you run out of the other stuff to do. That is kind of the big issue at the minute, and it's the hot topic that everybody and their grandmothers has discussed. Did I write that? That is a parody of a different song. It came into my head because I came to the realization that no, I would never do such a thing. But yeah, yeah, so we're not going to discuss that. Anyway, the point is, the game's been out for 2 weeks, and a lot has happened in those 2 weeks. Also, a lot has not happened in those 2 weeks, because the game was unplayable for the first 5 days. I say unplayable, it wasn't actually unplayable, it was only playable at off hours when people were at work or school. Which for most people means that it was unplayable. Last Tuesday, they released sorry, they didn't release a patch. There have been no patches yet. That's kind of one of the big issues. There haven't been any patches released yet. They took down the server for maintenance last Tuesday, and that did improve the stability a lot. And then on Friday, they did the same thing, and that stability's been fine since then. I think they did another like server side patch a while back, like a few days ago as well. But generally speaking, the servers are fine now, and the game's been playable, which is good. But the problem now is that, like I said, the progression is kind of shit. So I would just like to say, hold on, what was my... Fuck, was it this one? It was this one. I did in fact write this down, so I remembered it. But I want to go through these a little bit, because these are all each very important milestones in this game's release that I think we should really take the time to break down, because each of these lines is something that's happened. This one was just the first 5 days being shit. We're going to ignore that one. So the devlogs. I think the big standout thing from the devlogs is when they said if you wanted to make a build where you could kill bulldozers in 2 hits, you could do that. If you wanted to be the bulldozer killer and make a build specifically to kill bulldozers in 2 hits, you could do that. What they meant was one of the overkill weapons, the Red Fox sniper rifle, kills bulldozers in 2 body shots. That is not a build. That is a weapon that you can call in after a certain amount of time has passed and is limited in its use, that can 2-shot bulldozers. That is not a build. That is not the same thing. The other thing that has stood out to me as well is I know there was, I think there was it was either an interview with Almia or something like that before the game released, where it was like some game journalism site, where they said something about how during one of the playtests or beta sessions or whatever, one of the players came up with the idea of putting a micro camera onto the other player's back so that they could sit and like mark guards behind them and watch what's going on behind them. And that's cool, except you can't put fucking equipment onto other players in the actual game. You can put them on AI, you can put them on anything that isn't a player, but you can't put micro cameras onto players. Why? Who the fuck knows? That's not a thing you can do. That was explicitly mentioned in one of the interviews as something that someone came up with the idea of doing and seemingly did. Or maybe it was never a thing they could do, but they just had the idea of doing it, and the devs were like, yeah, that's a cool idea, let's not implement that. Whatever it was, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that, like, a lot of the stuff in the build up to the release of the game was about things that just aren't true or are only partially true or just seemingly aren't possible in the final game at all. I think it's fair to say that the release of this game has been very fucked. It seems very rushed. It very much feels like a bear in how much stuff is missing. The user experience is dreadful. The UI is dreadful. There's so much stuff that's missing. All of the outfits are just variations of each other. And the variations don't collapse into like one item, so they all take up different slots, which just makes it really messy and complicated to look for. You can't move items in your inventory. There's no unready button. That's the big one. Everything is really badly explained. I'll launch the game now so I can actually like start showing some of this stuff in game, but like the asset system is not really explained anywhere. When you level up or when you finish a heist, you don't get told what you've unlocked. Because you gain, like, the heist-specific favors, you gain them by finishing heists. The game doesn't tell you this, and nowhere does it inform you of what you've obtained. The game is so incredibly fucked, and it's sad, because I love this fucking game so much. The actual gameplay is fine, the actual gameplay is good, it's fun. It's just... everything surrounding it is dog shit. Like, actual dog shit. Like, it genuinely just feels like it was rushed out. I don't even know if I'd say a few months too early, maybe like a year too early. I have no fucking clue. It's really, really bad. Okay, it's figurative dog shit, you're right, it's figurative dog shit. It's not literal dog shit. If it was literal dog shit, it would actually just be feces, but it's not. It is a game that you can play. But yeah, there's so much stuff that needs to be better explained or, like, reworked or changed. The challenge system is the main one, because I can show you in a minute, but right now I'm level 116. I have completed all of the weapon challenges. The only combat challenge I haven't completed is the save teammates from tasers one, and that's because it's bugged. It only goes up if you are the person being tased and someone else saves you from a taser, which doesn't include bots. It has to be a player. A player has to save you from a taser and then it goes up, which is the exact opposite of what the challenge says it is. And because that requires you to play with other people and it's such a specific scenario, like, I guess you could grind it on normal probably pretty easily, but that means you have to just sit there on normal and have someone else with you to just like melee the same taser over and over again to free you from them. That doesn't sound very fun. So I've not got that one done. So that is the only combat challenge I haven't done. Is the heist RNG. So let me just quickly say, I have played for almost 200 hours apparently. I didn't even realize it had been almost 200 hours. There is heist RNG, but it's very subtle. Very, very subtle heist RNG. Also, those 200 hours are not actually 200 hours because the first 5 days were unplayable, and probably at least like 20 hours of that is just waiting for servers to work. So it's probably more like 180 hours, whatever. But yeah, I'm level 116. If I go to my combat challenges, like I said, save equipment throws up 30 times, 6 times. So these ones I've done because they're bugged. Career, I've done all of them except for reaching new levels and completing a heist with mods unlocked on the car 4 because those ones are locked for some fucking reason. And I've done all of the heist challenges except for these 3 because functional training doesn't work, grab and crack doesn't work, cool customer, I haven't tried it because it sounds really awkward and annoying, but I'm gonna guess it also doesn't work. I've done all the challenges now, which just means all I have to do is play every heist 300 fucking times, and that's not fun. So I'm just kind of, like, the only way for me to make progress now is to just grind out heists. Like, oh, if I do Under the Surface on an Overkill in Loud, I can get 180 XP. That will get me, oh, sorry, IP, because they're infamy points. That will make barely any progress towards my next level. I wish you just gained infamy points for playing the game. That would be much, much better. But yeah, like, this is literally all I can do now is just grind ice, and that doesn't sound very enjoyable. I have all the weapons. I did do the 99 boxes glitch to get them all to max level, because some of these weapons I was not gonna max out. I really do not like using the Ziv. You're in a situation to impel level look at weapons, but then you're still in the same situation, right? Because you would still just have to grind fucking heists to get the weapons to max level so that you can completely challenge it. Like, you still wouldn't be making any progress. Even if you were grinding the weapons, you still wouldn't be making any progress, and you'd have to level up weapons that you didn't enjoy using. Like I said, I don't enjoy using the Ziv. It takes so many shots to kill. I just don't enjoy using it. Same with all the other SMGs in the game. I think all the SMGs are fine, they're just not for me, and I wouldn't want to spend actual hours grinding the same weapons that I don't enjoy using just to get a little bit of XP for it. That doesn't sound very fun to me. So yeah, I did use the 99 boxes glitch, but it was mainly just because I didn't fucking enjoy using half these weapons. To be fair, I did enjoy I enjoy the assault rifles. The shotguns are fine as well. Assault rifles are fine. I just don't really like the SMGs much. Or the Rheinfeld. The Rheinfeld is really slow. Not really a fan of that either. But is this my stealth build? This is my stealth build. That's supposed to be on the Skyline. But yeah, so to be fair, I did actually max level the Signature 40, the Kasiga, and the Model 11 just by playing the game. I could have done the same with these three as well, but because I was already doing the 99 boxes glitch, I figured might as well keep doing the 99 boxes glitch and just get these ones done as well. Especially because the Strike, you need the Suppressor, which is locked at level 9. Which is kind of nuts, because that means you have to grind it to level 9 before you can do the Suppressor challenges. Your Model 11 XP still glitched and stuck at 12. That sucks. But yeah, for RNG, since obviously people have been talking about in chat, there is RNG, it's just very subtle, and there aren't many differences, and if you restart it, keeps the same RNG. I am drinking that flavored water, it's great. But yeah, like, what changes are there? No Rest of the Wicked. One of the power boxes can spawn in a few different places. The keycard room can be on the roof or on the second floor. Oh. What else is there? The safes can be in different places. You don't need to open the safes. Is that it? The code, I guess, is also the code, but the code is different on every house. That's where that has randomization. Road Rage, the truck either goes left or right, and the helicopter arrives on the left or right. That's it. Dirty Ice. Nothing is different in Dirty Ice. I think it's just the keycard locations. The red... No. Yeah, the red keycards can spawn in slightly different places. Yeah, the door code can be in a different place. But the same 3 door codes always spawn each time. It's just the correct door code that changes. Bag box? What is the bag box? I don't know what bag box means. Oh, and Road Rage. Oh yeah, the box with the thing that you put on the car, that also can spawn in like 3 different places. So that's... And the wheel ramps can also spawn in different places as well, and the electrical box to open the gate can spawn in like 2 different places. So there is a little bit of randomization, but generally like you just check like 3 different locations for each thing and you find it. So it's not too hard, and most of them are like along the path that you need to go down anyway, so you'll find them along the way. It really doesn't change anything. Dirty Ice, yeah, so it's the code, the correct code is one of the 3 different locations. The phone outside can spawn in 2 different locations. The red keycard can sometimes spawn in the basement. The basement door can sometimes be unlocked. Like the door to the power box room. I think that's it. Not really anything substantial. Rock the Cradle. In Stealth, you've got what you call it, the crypto room, the security room, and the vault can all spawn in like alternating locations, so they all spawn in the same 3 places, but the location of each one can be different between runs. The machines who authenticate the VIP pass can be in one of 3 different places. It's always free, isn't it? It's always in like groups of 3. There's always 3 different combinations for things, now that I think about it. That's really weird. Yeah, the, what do you call it? The power box and loud can be in 2 different places. The correct box and colour that you have to cut. I want to say the correct box and the correct colour are random, but I'm pretty sure there's actually a preset list of correct box and colour combinations on Rock the Cradle, because I've never seen it be red, and there are certain letters where I've never seen it pick them. Like, once you do that heist 40 times on Overkill, you start to notice that all of the combinations are exactly the same. It's just random which combination you get, but you always get the same combinations. It's really weird. So I think the box combinations on Rock the Cradle are preset, like, combinations, and it's not truly random. How many times have I done it total? We can have a look, can't we? Rock the Cradle... Rock the Cradle... Rock the Cradle... It'll be the normal difficulty one. 85. I've done it 85 times... That's on hard, but it's also the same on normal, I think. I've done it 85 times in self. And after doing it 85 times, you start to notice it's kind of the same combinations every time. Like, it's not truly random. It's never red, and there are certain boxes that it will never be. It's always green, blue, or white, and... yeah. And white is pretty rare. There's only a few boxes where you'll ever see it be white. It's normally blue or green. But yeah, so that's Rock the Cradle. Under the surface...
artworks at a gallery in Brooklyn. We're going to steal them.
I think under the surface, the only difference is where the rooms spawn on the top floor. I think that's literally the only difference. Everything else is the same. I'm pretty sure. The phone downstairs in the bathroom can either spawn in the male bathroom or the female bathroom. Other than that, I think everything else is the same. The painting, the correct painting is random as well. And I guess the secret painting, the statues that you have to pick up for the secret painting change as well. That's kind of it. There isn't really anything substantial under the surface, it's just the rooms where everything spawns. And by that I mean like the security room, the manager's office, the supply room, those rooms, not like the actual, like, exhibit rooms. The exhibit rooms are always the same, and like what's in them are pretty much exactly the same as every time as well, I think. Golden Shark. The blue key card can spawn in like 3 different places, sorry, and maybe 3. The correct box colors at the end are different. Is that it? The correct room for the red key card, that one's random. The camera outside the vault sometimes spawns on the left or the right pillar. I'm really running out of ideas. There really isn't anything with Golden Shark that changes either. 99 boxes, you either go to the west side or the east side. To be fair, that's quite substantial because the layout of the west and east side are completely different, but and also if you get the side that isn't close to the like back way into the warehouse, it becomes really difficult to get the bags in time. I think that's it. I think that's actually it. Like, I don't know if 99 boxes realize anything else either. The liquid nitrogen can be in a different crate. The computer that you need to hack can be different. One of 2 computers. The containers at the end are random, like the correct containers. I'm pretty sure the same guards have the QR codes every time. What do I think of the music? It's fine. Rock the Cradle's music, loud music is really good. No The rest of the Wicked is okay. The rest of them, I don't really remember them too much. But just, no, 9 Boxes stands out to me as one that I remember as well. The rest of them I don't really remember too much, but I can say the same about Payday 2 as well. Like, Payday's music is fine as well. I don't remember half the songs in that game either. So, yeah.
One of these cargo containers holds a
Cradle.
shipment of
Yeah, Rock the Cradle is literally like a fucking Doom song. It sounds fantastic.
Reach the vaulted code and steal everything inside.
Anyway. Touch the Sky.
Going to break into this penthouse and steal the drive.
The filing room can be on the top or bottom floor. That's it. That's the only thing off the top of my head that's different. The filing room can be on the top or bottom floor. Maybe the blue key card can spawn in a different place. On a different guard. Poison. Sorry, the poison spawns in a different place as well. There's 2 different spawns for the poison that I'm aware of. 3 maybe? I don't think it can ever spawn in the upstairs bathroom, at least I've never seen it up there. Every other downstairs, like, side room, it can spawn, I'm pretty sure. A German nightclub. So yeah, other than that, there really isn't like much randomization in this game, all things considered. And because when you restart, it saves the randomization, it feels even less varied, which is kind of a problem, but I think on higher difficulties it should definitely reset the randomization at least. Like on normal, I could see being a like a kind of learn the heist beginner mode where it could make sense to keep the same seed, as you said. But on the higher difficulties, I think it makes more sense to reset it. The devs have said that they are thinking about doing exactly that, making the higher difficulties like reset everything every time you reset. Which would be good. However, the devs have also said that there was a patch coming on October 5th that they had to then delay and split into 2 parts because the second part they couldn't release for the first part. But the first part was still coming on October 5th, and then on October 5th they delayed the whole patch because they couldn't get it certified for consoles in time. So it's now going to happen in 2 weeks, and we don't know if they're recombining the patches or if they're still split in 2 parts. But there's also a later patch in late October, so now there's a patch in mid-October that we don't know if it's in 2 parts, and a patch in late October that's actually going to add new stuff. Pretty cool! God, right. But yeah, like, all things considered, like,
Valuable gems in this jewelry.
I think loud is fun, stealth is okay. Yeah, I mean, they had to spend, like, the first week just fixing the servers, though, didn't they? Like, the first week was just them panic fixing the servers because the servers didn't fucking work. Like, it really just feels like this was released at least 2 months too early, I would say. And now they just have to, like, try and fix everything they can. Oh, and there's also the, what you call it, this, I talked about it when the game was released, this menu is dog shit. At least I think I mentioned this. I think this menu is dog shit. Especially with the story videos thing. This is not going to live up to future updates, but there was apparently a unused menu hidden in the game. Remember, is it Reddit? Remember, free Reddit. Remember what they took from you. Is it this? Remember what they took from us. Is it this one? It's not this one. It had that name. Why is the post not here anymore? Goddamn, why can I not find it? Basically, there was a, like, more Payday 2-esque kind of crime net menu hidden in the game that people have found and modders have re-enabled, which is just a list. It's just a list of all the heists, and it gives you the security info, the, like, modifier info. I don't know why they removed it and why they went with this menu instead. This menu is not good. Take Discord. Take Discord? Oh, you found the post. Here it is. So this is obviously an unfinished menu that is, like, very much not done. Why can I not actually open the image? Anyway. It's That's a nice list. This would work for, like, it just needs a bit of fleshing out. It just needs a bit of, like, polish on the visuals, but this would work fine. Why was this removed? It's so sad. You have to click more to quit the game. Yes, I'm so fucking glad you said that. I think the only reason it's like that is because of consoles, I think. I think that's probably the only reason it's like that. But the fact they hid it under more pisses me off. It's so dumb. Why is it here? Why is it here of all places? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, you saw it for. Pretty missed. But yeah, here's something fun though that I discovered about weapon customization, because this pattern system is dumb and really not good. But you want to know something really cool? Paint Stripper is extremely base, because in my first stream I saw Paint Stripper and I thought you have to pay to remove colors. That's not how it works. No, you wanna know how it works? It's really cool, but it isn't explained anywhere, and you only find this out if you decide to mess with it. So you have these patterns which work exactly how you would expect. They allow you to do certain stuff like that, and then you can apply a base to the rest of the gun. But you know what else you can do? You know what else you can do? If you apply a pattern and then you apply Paint Stripper, you can make it look like the default gun, so now you can kind of do the invert of the pattern, the inverse of the pattern. So you effectively have not 13 patterns, but 26. Why is this, like, hidden under fucking Paint Stripper? Like, here, like, this isn't really explained very well what this does. I am excited because the potential for Paint Stripper as a color is really high, but it's not, like, obvious at all what the fuck it does unless you mess with it. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, like, I think they really should have just given you the option to pin whatever part of the gun you wanted, rather than doing it this way, because this is so difficult to figure out. And like, even like with this knowledge, it's still hard to like do something like interesting, like to like come up with interesting ways of using it. So I think I've done it on the yeah, I've done it on the thingy, the Rhino? Bison? The Bison. Where I've set all of the colours to black, silver, chrome, except for colour 4, because that would be the handle. And because of this, and because the whole thing is black, silver, chrome, the base is black, silver, chrome, the handle is that, but if I apply Paint Stripper, it looks normal again. This looks okay! But the only way to do that is to realise how Paint Stripper works. It's really fucking weird that they've done it this way and just haven't allowed you to do that. Also, I don't like how the handle isn't actually painted properly. There's like a weird like bit at the bottom there. If it was just like cut off at the bottom there at any time, but it's not. It goes a bit onto the handle. It's really weird. The grip. Sorry, it's the grip, not the handle. Sorry, my bad. All the gun nerds are seething. But yeah. Regardless. Like, the paint system is badly explained, badly implemented, I think. Masks, I still feel the same way I did when the game came out. I don't like half of them. I'm really not into most of them. My main issue is just that you have to be high level to unlock some of the last stuff that I want. Like, I think this would be a fucking sick combo, but it's level 135! I'm not level 135. Let me just equip that again and do this properly. That was the wrong button. That was not the right. Oh, for God's sake, it highlights the gun you have out, doesn't it? Like, this would look kind of cool, but it's 135, so I can't get it unless I grind like 500 heists. Pretty cool. Skin should have been community driven or like fully paintings in the game. That's my other problem as well, because the only options you have for colouring weapons are like a matte paint or like a slightly shiny paint or like a metallic paint. You have no other options. Like, you have no other material options. It's all paint. I would like to be able to maybe make certain parts wood or some other material, but no, it's all matte, slightly shiny, or metallic, and that's it. There's no other options. Like, why can I not, like, recolor certain parts of my other weapons to be, like, wooden or something? Why can I not do stuff like that? I don't know. Also, speaking of the fucking DMX, this is the only one I haven't actually painted. I cannot figure out a good way to paint this, honestly. I, like, all the options for it just look really, really fucking weird. And then there's the fact that, these two are locked to high level, but these are some of the best options for painting stuff. Like, you want to see the fucking SP111 that I had written down? This isn't the right one. Where's I have a note somewhere with what I wanted on this. Do I still have the note? I still have the note. Hold on. So it's 119. Paint scheme 12. Yeah, paint scheme 12. Color 1 was. I'm just gonna leave the base as it is for now and then figure it out from the next. This might be different now to what I was wanting, but actually I think this is basically how I was wanting it now. Let me just go through the note that I've got here anyway, because I think this one looked kind of neat, but it only works for paint scheme 12. Black silver chrome. Okay. That's the wrong color. Yeah, rusted metal would be neat as well, yeah. If you had like more options for stuff. Color 2 was none, so I guess also that's a paint stripper just so it's fine. Oh, right, how rust works with painting, yeah, okay. I mean, to be fair, having like a rust color would also be cool, but that's not in the end. Black silver chrome and then gold chrome. Yeah, so this is how this is the note that I had for how I wanted this to look. It's kind of neat, but it requires level 119, which I'm only 3 levels off, but that would take fucking ages. To be fair, I think it was actually like this because I didn't have a base color on it, but yeah. It's just kind of disappointing. Kind of a little bit disappointing. And then there's obviously all the bugs as well. I need to drink more water. Why is my throat so fucked? Oh my god, is it because I haven't been speaking today? Hmm. Yes. Okay, fair enough. But yeah. There's also the problem I have of I'm not sure what deployable to bring to my self build, because none of these are really useful. Like the ammo bag is theoretically useful if you have throwing knives and the skill that lets you restore throwables for ammo bags, because then you can use them as lures. But I've just been using the ammo bag for when it goes loud instead. And then the alternative problem in loud, the infrasonic mine is really like the only tool that's actually useful in loud, from what I can, like in my opinion anyway, because it lets you just stun people. The motion sensor only marks 15 enemies and then it stops working forever, which is really shit. ATM jammer not gonna be useful in loud. Micro camera maybe? Maybe there's like certain situations where you could use it. Probably not. The infrasonic mine is actually the only one that I think works in loud. Let's equip the scar again before I forget. Yeah, I've been having issues with the game, to put it simply. Minute 1 carry like 2. I guess, but then the thing is you'd have to give up like an actual deployable for a tool. It's just, I think if they had like more tools that were useful, like specifically for stealth or specifically for loud, it would be fine. But just the fact that like the motion sensor only marks up to 15 people and then it stops working forever means that in stealth, it's only kind of useful because eventually it stops working. In loud, it's not useful because it stops working immediately because so many people are going to run past it that it'll just stop working. The ECM jammer is only useful in stealth if you're trying to do like really dumb speedrun stuff. The micro camera is very useful in stealth. Like, insanely useful in stealth. You put it on the lead guard on overkill, and now you always know where he is whenever you press the camera button. Golden Shark, if you're soloing Golden Shark, one of the best uses for the micro camera is to place it on the pillar facing the box that tells you what the next color is. So that if you're soloing Golden Shark, you don't have to go back to the vault to look at the color. You can just press the micro camera and then look at what the next color is. It's genuinely just the most useful thing for stealth, in my opinion. Infrasonic Mine, funnily enough, can actually be used for stealth. If you are out of pages and a guard sees you, you can just place an infrasonic mine on them, detonate it, place another infrasonic mine on them. When they start calling, detonate it, place another infrasonic mine on them. When they start calling, detonate it. You get 5 of them. You can stun them for like 20 seconds. It's really, really useful if you're at the end of a heist and you just need like that little bit of extra time to like finish moving bags or whatever. But it's only really useful in kind of in multiplayer games because obviously you can't like keep putting mines on him and then doing objectives and stuff at the same time. You kind of need someone else to kind of like finish everything up while you keep stunning him, and then you can just alternate and do it the other way, have the other person stun them while you finish up stuff. But yeah, it's infrasonic mines are kind of useful in stealth and useful and loud, kind of situationally. And then you have the flashbangs, which are basically the same thing as the infrasonic mines, but better. And you can take human shields from them. Yeah. Just better infrasonic mines. And if you have the skill that lets you get throwables back from ammo boxes, which I've never taken because I refuse to for some reason, you can have infinite flashbangs, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like, there's so many things design-wise that are just kind of weird. I honestly think the skill system is fine though. Like, I've seen some people complain. Like, I've seen some people complain that the skill system isn't very good or whatever, or they don't like it or what have you, but I think it's fine as it is. Because it isn't based so much on making you more powerful as much as it is giving you more ways to do things and giving you more options for how you approach things. And in Loud, it does kind of make you more powerful for certain things. There are some skills that do just objectively make you more powerful, like armor up is literally essential for Loud. If you don't have armor up, you are actually trolling. Legitimately the best skill in the game, like, objectively. The armor piercing one is situational. It depends on the weapon you've got, really. If you're running any of the SMGs or the, like, light pistols, it isn't really useful. But if you have any other weapon, like if you have a revolver and an SMG, then it'll apply to the revolver. If you have an assault rifle and one of the light pistols, it'll apply to the assault rifle. It's also really good, the armor piercing one, yeah. Which one's that? That's in Sharpshooter? That one, cutting shot. Yeah, because here's the thing, the way the stats are, it does nothing on the SMGs, because the SMGs don't have enough armor piercing by default. And this is the thing, the game doesn't explain this. The game has no explanation for this at all. Because the weapon stats are bars that tell you fucking nothing. Literally, these bars are all completely fucking meaningless. Do you wanna know why? Because, recoil includes vertical recoil, horizontal recoil, overall recoil, and gun kick. Horizontal, vertical, and overall gun kick as well. And those are 2 different things, except there's actually 6 different things, except 4 of them are kind of the same thing, but they're also not the same thing. And there isn't any mention of armor piercing or actual damage values or what the actual recoil values are or like anything like that. So it's really bad. Handling is by far the absolute fucking worst stat in the game, though, honest to God. Because handling includes swap speed, targeting speed, sprint to fire speed, swap weapon speed, probably more things that I'm forgetting about right now. It includes so much shit. Targeting speed, so ADS speed. The handling bar is completely fucking meaningless. Like, genuinely. I would much rather just have a list of all the numbers and then say, Oh, it takes this long to aim down sights. Oh, it takes this long to shoot after sprinting. Oh, it takes this long to swap weapons. Instead of a bar that vaguely shows how good all of those things are combined. Because what the fuck does that mean? Like, what does it mean to have high handling if your, like, aim down sight time is really bad? But yeah, like, the biggest offender, though, is genuinely the armor piercing, because the way damage works in this game, when you actually know how damage works, it's really cool, and I like the way they've implemented it, because it's really interesting, and it, like, you can feel it with every weapon without knowing the stats. But actually knowing the stats and how it works is really cool. Because basically, every enemy has an armor value and a health value. And if you're gonna need to help me with this, John, because I don't remember it entirely. But weapons have an armor piercing value that is a decimal, so like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. And enemies have a certain armor piercing threshold. So most enemies is not are 0.5. Shields are 1, and I think bulldozers are 3. Or is it 2? Or 2.5? I think it's 2.5. And basically, if the armor piercing value of your weapon is lower than the armor piercing threshold of the enemy, you only deal armor damage. Shields are 1, dozers are 2.5. Okay. So basically, the armor piercing value means if you have a gun that does 0 armor piercing, like all of the SMGs, and you are shooting any enemy, because all of the enemies have an armor piercing threshold higher than 0, because it's 0.5 at least at the minimum, all the SMGs are only going to do armor damage until they break the enemy's armor. But if you have an armor threshold of, say 1, you'll deal, is it half damage to health and half damage to armor? Armor piercing minus armor threshold times damage. So yeah, if you have 1 armor piercing and you're shooting someone with 0.5 armor threshold, you'll do half damage to the health and half damage to the armor. I believe is how it works. Or is it full damage to armor but half damage to health? How does it work? I don't remember exactly. It's something like that. It's always full armor damage no matter what. Okay, so yeah. So it's a really cool system, and it's really interesting because it means certain weapons are better at, like, killing certain enemies, like shields. And it also means that certain weapons will always take a lot more shots to kill, while other weapons will take less shots to kill because they have an armor piercing value. But you can't see any of this information in-game anywhere. Like, they don't explain that enemies have armor. You can see in certain places mentions of armor piercing, but it's never explained what that means. Cutting a shot, for example, your armor penetration is increased. It doesn't tell you that that increases it by 0.1. So a weapon that has, say, 0.5 armor piercing will now have 0.6, so you'll deal a bit more health damage. The turret one is the only thing in the game that actually mentions armor penetration values. Increases armor penetration by 1. That is the only place in the game you get any value, which also means that this skill is really fucking good, because it increases the damage that you deal to enemies with armor by a fuck ton. Because it's +1. This is really good. This is a really good skill, but if you just read this, it means nothing because you don't know anything about the values or how it works. You have, like, no context for what this means. So basically, the game is weighted more towards weapons that have high armor penetration, because of the way the armor values work. But even then, like I said, like, SMGs are still fine. Like I said, the Liv Commando's fine, the Combat 7's fine, the Pick is fine. I personally do not like these weapons because they take too many hits to kill for me to, like, really like using them. But some people like using them. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't affect me at all. Use them if you want. They're fine weapons. It's just, for me, I don't like it, and I think it's because of the armor penetration is the main reason why. But yeah, like, it's armor penetration is really good, but you don't know anything about it unless you, like, look it up. The sad thing is as well, because of how armor penetration works, it means that the Bison is always better than the Castiga. I think the only... Actually, no, sorry. I was going to say the only case where the Castiga were better that we figured out was at long range. But that's not even true, because the Bison has higher armor penetration than the Castiga, so always does more damage at every range. Actually, I think that's only if you have the cutting shot skill, I think. Was that only with cutting shot? It's only better at a very specific mid-range. Yeah, so basically the Bison is always, pretty much always better than the Castiga, in like 99% of situations. And if you have cutting shot, the Bison is even better than the Castiga because extra armor penetration. But yeah. Really, really weird that none of this is explained fucking anywhere, but hey, there you go. Yeah, because the health damage that you do with the Bison, like, ends up outdoing the Castigo anyway, so it literally doesn't matter. And the Bison, even though it has lower base damage, is still high enough damage, like base damage and armor piercing, to one-shot all the same enemies anyway as the Castiga. So basically, if you... Basically the role you pick doesn't really matter, but if you really care about getting it, like, as good as possible, the Bison is technically better. I can't wait to game balancing and explaining. Yeah, just throw some bars on there, they'll figure it out, right? Throw some bars on the screen. The worst part, though, is that, like, some of the, bars don't even make sense. Like, the fucking suppressor ones, right? Look at this. Minus damage distance. Oh, actually, it's not doing it because I've got other weapon mods on. Interesting. Interesting. Hold on. I need to buy another scar real quick. Oh, that made me have no money left. But yeah, you can see there. Minus damage distance, the damage bar goes up. How the fuck does that one work? And it's the same for all of the suppressors on this as well. Cylindric's silencer does the same thing. The beveled silencer doesn't, but that one doesn't say it decreases damage distance. How many armor bags do I have? What do you mean, how many armor bags do I have? Zipline? Let me have a look real quick. I'll just queue for something random while I'm doing this. I don't know, actually. Shall do dirty ice, why not? Because I don't have no money. Because I just bought a scar, my friend. I just bought another scar for the purpose of demonstration. And then I ran out of money because I didn't realize I only had 500k. Also because I've been spending all my money on C-stacks, is why. But yeah. But yeah, zipline bags, I've been buying a lot of them. Just because I think it's really funny to have a shit ton of zipline bags is the main reason. The other reason is they're actually really useful. But again, you wouldn't know this unless you go to the vendors menu, go to arm sealer, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then buy zipline bags. And they do nothing on dirty ice, by the way. They do not spawn on dirty ice. If you use a zipline bag on dirty ice, you've wasted your zipline bag. I have 102. Just in case you're wondering, I have 102 zipline bags. I have bought a lot of zipline bags. I think I bought like 130 or 40 in total. And I've used like 30 of them already. But yeah. I've also realized why the ready button doesn't work straight away. Like because I couldn't figure that out on the stream. It's because the game's still loading, is the reason. It's just, once again, it doesn't tell you anywhere. If the ready button was replaced with like a loading button or something, it might be a bit more obvious instead of having to look at the top and see where it says loading, but... That's because you have an SSD and I don't. But yeah. Also, there's a really fun bug right now where if you set the game to invite only, people can still join you through Steam. Which is really cool. It's a really cool bug. The invite only isn't even invite only. But yeah, like in general, I think the actual gameplay of this game is fine. And it's just like literally everything else surrounding the game that is really, really bad. Having there being no timer in game, there is a timer in game. You just have to realize that it only shows up if you open the like information menu, the like tab menu. Look, I'll show you in a second. There's a timer. It's just that you can't see it by default. Yep. See, it's at the top of the screen. It only shows up when you have this menu open, though. As soon as you get rid of it, it goes away. Pretty cool. I don't know. They could have easily put it above the, like, private area notification. I mean, it goes there anyway when you're holding tab. I don't understand why they didn't just put it there permanently, to be fair.
Guard.
To be fair, I feel like I would have eventually figured out that that was a thing, even if you hadn't told me about it, but, yeah, it's really not obvious or intuitive, unless, like, you hold tab and look at it. I mean, I would argue this is actually so much worse, though, because... Oh, why is my game frozen? Because, like, look at the left side of the screen. Look at how much fucking wasted space. Like, let me just hide myself real quick. Look at how much wasted space is on the left side of the screen. You have the objective at the top. And, that's it. Stream is watchable now, wow.
Guard.
But yeah, also there's a bug with hacking people's phones at the minute, where sometimes if you hack someone when they're trying to escort you, they keep... Oh, cool. They keep trying to escort you even though they shouldn't be. Which is really cool. I think I kind of just want to get the code, to be fair, and then I'll just restart. What's the code? 4218? That's the other one. Not in here. Why am I in here? 997. And then the other one. That's not the phone, that's the phone. 4218, right? 997. Is that the thing? Okay, so it's 709, so it's the VIP one then. Which means it's 338. Am I stupid? No, 709 was the other one, wasn't it? That was the number. That was the number over here. 997, yeah. Cool. But yeah, like, that's the thing you can do now as well, because of the fact that the RNG doesn't reset. You can literally just, like, get the code and then go, alright, I'm gonna restart. Because, like, it just saves you time. God, I'm so glad there's no Goat Sim Heist, but... yeah, the fact that, like, once you complete all of the weapon challenges and you get to, like, over level 100, all you can really do is just grind heists. It kinda sucks. And, like, I was honestly ready to just give up with the game, like, a few days ago, because there isn't really much to do other than just play heists at this point. Just grind heists for minute amounts of XP so that I can... actually, no, I'm gonna do this.
Hey, you! Restricted area!
I think I'm at a slightly lower frame rate than I normally am, which is why it feels a bit weird to me, but yeah. Actually, I have the code, don't I? 9097? Yeah.
Camera.
Ashton finds owners are very serious about security. They've got no
That looks the guard. Okay.
security companies on retainer.
But yeah, like, there just isn't, like, enough variation in the heists, and, like, once you've played them all a few times, you've kind of seen just about everything, realistically. And at that point, all you have left to do is just grind to level 100, and then further than that if you want some of the cosmetics. Kind of it. You get weapon attachments. If you get the weapons to max level, you can complete a challenge for getting the weapons to max level and playing a heist with the weapon. That is actually a challenge. There is a challenge for getting every weapon to max level and then finishing a heist with that weapon equipped. Other than that, not really a whole lot point in doing it, really.
Stay away from the camera.
That I can think of anyway. Oh yeah, this is a bug, by the way. I just realised I have the throwing knives equipped.
Thought I heard something.
And now the cameras are down. You can do that with a bag as well. If you do it with a bag, you can do it in casing mode, because you don't need to get the mask up to pick up or drop bags.
There's
Guards and cameras
Pretty cool.
careful.
Like, I was gonna walk through the manager's office. And then go stand in front of the window. Because I've played this too much by this point.
watch the guard.
Gonna walk through the manager's office.
Check out the VIP area. The display cases back there contain the most valuable merchandise.
And stand in front of this window. Yep. Yeah, most of the attachments just really don't really mean much. Some of them are actually worse than ones you get later on. At least from looking at the, like, the statistic list, because we don't actually know the numbers. Maybe some of the later ones are actually better than the earlier ones, but we have no fucking clue because it doesn't tell you the numbers. Going off the bars and, like, the information that it gives to you, they look worse. Some of the later ones, anyway, for certain weapons. It's really weird.
To the back office.
It's really, really weird.
Her desk and patch me through to her cell. It's connecting.
I mean, they haven't really, like, added many achievements for most things,
Listen,
is the thing.
take a look at the security systems.
It's also really sad that this is one of Shade's, like, most interesting voice lines in the whole game, and it's because she actually does something other than speak in the same tone of voice that she speaks in with every other voice line. But I really wish Shade just had, like, more emotional range in her voice lines, because she just isn't very interesting to listen to half the time.
We'll leave the store in about 1 minute. If you want to make use of her, you better hurry.
Yeah, some of the achievements don't even have challenges connected to them, which is really weird.
Access granted. That machine is
Oh my god, just let me...
a scanner that
That's the thing as well, if you throw people, sometimes
sort through the back.
you can't time them straight away, which is really annoying.
Don't want to bring home some unsellable shit.
Like that, you have to wait for them to, like, get on the ground first. Which is pretty cool.
The van is waiting in the back alley. Load it up.
I've already done those ones.
That's mine.
I'm still wondering where the lead guard is, because I haven't seen him. Who the fuck knows? Awesome. I mean, they've already, like, part of the reason that the patch has been delayed is because they're, like, waiting for console parity, basically. They're just waiting for the patch to be approved for consoles. So everyone has to, like, wait now and suffer because of it. Despite the fact this game really needs a patch. Where's the camera?
There's a guard. Guard over there. Civilian.
Ooh. I'm already carrying a bag, whoops. But yeah. There's also the thing of how, like, noise works, which isn't really explained anywhere. I'm pretty sure if I sprint here, he doesn't hear it. But if I open the store and sprint, now he hears it. That's a pretty cool thing, but it's not explained anywhere, so it's just something you have to kind of figure out.
Guard over there.
Also, sprinting can be heard from 10 meters away, and sliding can be heard from 5 meters away. Fun fact.
It's a guard. Watch the guard.
Also, that's a thing as well. Fucking bowling doesn't work half the time. Jumping, manling, climbing, bowling, whatever you want to call it. Like, I have had so many issues with getting it to work. It's fine. I know Cheesy's gonna say, oh, you're just bad, just fucking... It works fine, skill issue, whatever, but it doesn't fucking work. It just does not work. To be fair, yeah, Microsoft paid a lot for... presumably paid a lot for it to be on Game Pass, yeah. Skill... There it is. I was waiting for it. What the fuck? Why did I keep sliding? That's the thing I've noticed as well. Sometimes you just keep sliding after hitting something, even though you probably shouldn't.
Guard.
That's 2.
And this is how this ice works. Pretty cool. I think you might be able to do this without actually cleaning the jewelry as well, but... Yeah, I don't know.
I like it when people make themselves useful.
I really do think the game was just rushed out the door a little bit too early, though. It's kind of just the main issue. If they had just a bit more extra time, maybe a lot more extra time, it would have been fine, but...
It's a guard.
Let's open her up.
What? Oh, that's the thing as well. If you press crouch, it cancels lockpicking interactions. But if you press crouch after finishing the lockpicking interaction, it cancels the lockpicking interaction. So it doesn't actually do anything.
That's 3 bags.
So you have to pick the lock again. And I keep trying to, like, uncrouch after picking... Again, I press space, nothing happens. Really weird.
Guard.
I don't know. It's fine, guard pathing in this game is fantastic. I do actually like the way detection works in this game, though. I like the fact that, like, you can do goofy shit like that and just kind of, like, dance around guards if you're, like, careful about how you position yourself. It's pretty fun. But yeah.
That's 4.
Oh no.
Joy's downed.
Okay.
so fucking sad.
Thank you.
Fuck, someone set the alarm. Okay, let's get rumbling.
Van's gonna leave, isn't it? I mean, that was my own fault. I accidentally slid, was the problem, and I didn't cancel it.
There are too many cops around. You'll need another way out of there. Set off the flare on the street, and Vile will come pick you up.
Oh my fucking god.
Helicopter on approach. ETA 2 minutes until arrival.
I have to wait 2 minutes. Okay. Can I trade someone? Thank you. Do I need 3 people for the next one? It's 4. Okay, never mind, I'm not doing another one. We're not gonna talk about the fact that I may have just bugged that for myself, but
Left some armor here.
it's fine. Uh, 24/7 parking. But yeah, I do really like the like overall like gameplay and thingy though, like the detailing in the world and stuff. Like all the cars have like car alarms that sound different.
Tracking another assault team. They'll be there in about 30 seconds.
There's like lots of environmental sounds that are like really well done and stuff like that.
Cops got clearance. Bring in naders.
Like the actual game itself is really good, it's just everything else surrounding it is really bad.
All right, I'm here. Drop the bags.
That's the amount we came for. Not bad.
Also, snipers on overkill one-shot the AI, which is really, really bad. The AI in general just cannot handle themselves on high difficulties. Like you really do need like at least one other person to make playing overkill a lot more manageable. Overkill allowed anyway. But yeah. We're not gonna talk about the fact that I fucked that up.
Food at the Neon Cradle nightclub.
But yeah, Rock the Cradle especially. Like, Rock the Cradle is a heist that I have very mixed, very mixed feelings on, right? Because this is a heist that, in theory, is fantastic for stealth. It has so much variation across all the difficulties. On normal, everything is just private areas or public. But then you go up a few difficulties and it becomes secure. And then you go up to overkill. And you're not even allowed into the nightclub. You like the whole nightclub is a private area, which is really cool. The stealth objectives are really cool and really fun. And then you realize that you can speedrun it in 2 minutes in stealth, because the objectives are really easily abused. I really like this heist if you play it as intended, but if you stealth it, oh my god! Like if you do it the like absolute fastest way, it's so fucked. It's actually so fucked. You don't even engage with like half the heist. I need an ECM for this as well. Like, I was, like, confused when I first saw that people had done this in, like, 5 minutes, and then I saw someone had done it in 2, and I was like, what the fuck? But then you look at it, and it's like, oh, yeah, no, I entirely understand how and why that works, but that's so fucking dumb. Is this heist the intended way? It's really good. And then you see the faster way, and it's like, oh. Oh. And the thing is, this works on overkill as well. It's a lot easier on very hard and below because there's less guards and you don't have to deal with the nightclub being private. But it takes about the same amount of time anyway. Like, it's genuinely, it just makes it easier on lower difficulties. That's all it does. Takes about the same amount of time regardless of difficulty. It's so fucked. It's actually so fucked.
All right. Our priority is the crypto wallet. Just keep in mind that if
The door's locked. Oh no.
it's wiped, we lose a lot of money. Great, you're inside. They're keeping the crypto wallet in the IT room, which can be reached from
Their regards. Oh no.
to find a way to get in there. That's the entrance to the
Don't move a
VIP
muscle.
area.
Don't move a muscle.
Oh, I thought the other guy was cuffing me for a second there. That's fine. Oh, the game isn't loaded properly. That's interesting. I'm gonna have some weird quirks then.
The area. I got a trespasser in cuffs over here.
Actually, if I'm gonna have some weird quirks, I want to try something because this always happens the first time I play Rock the Cradle. I want to see if it happens this time. Hopefully, it's in the right place? Question mark? Ah, shit, it's loaded. Never mind. F blue. But yeah, if this is the first heist that I play after booting up my computer, this room doesn't load properly, and it's possible to walk into this room
Club's accountant to open it.
before the room loads in, because there's none of the walls are here. So you can just walk into here, and
IT room.
then the room loads in, and you're already in the room. The problem is, I haven't been able to get the positioning on it quite right, because the first time I did it, I ended up behind this wall.
Access denied.
Nope, it isn't. The first time I did this, I ended up behind this wall, and then I ended up falling out the map, and it doesn't respawn you like Payday 2 does, so I fell 2,000 meters before I restarted. The second time, I got stuck inside the server. So yeah. So basically, you literally just do that, you jump down here, you shoot out that, it's F blue, cool, right? There's nobody here, which is very nice. We're already in search, so breaking doors doesn't matter. This is an alphabetical order, so F is here. Why am I doing that one? F blue.
Right. You got the
I'm really waiting for the set object. Oh, that was so sad. What the fuck? But yeah, like the fact that it doesn't do that, they haven't like done that, is really funny.
The storage unit is open.
There we go.
Pick up the
And then back down here. And then, depending on which we escape we get, this is either going to be really easy or slightly awkward. It's that one. Wow, it's really easy.
the crypto wallet.
I don't fucking know. I have a feeling they probably just haven't used it. It's probably what it is.
Great work, gang.
And that's the safe, easy way out.
Feel if you're feeling
If it's on the other side, you can do kind of the same thing, but there's like a bit of a more awkward kind of maneuver you need to do. But other than that, it's basically just that, and that's the heist. That's the whole thing.
Everything all right over there?
That wouldn't have been like close to 2 minutes, but yeah, it was 3 minutes and 25 seconds. I was a whole minute slow. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I fully expected them to have something in place to respawn you, because they do in Payday 2. They don't in this game. Actually, no, to be fair, the solution to falling through the world in Payday 2 was to respawn you on another player, is what their solution was. Which meant that if... No, it was to respawn you on another player unless it was an offline game. If it was an offline game, it would respawn you in the closest place above where you fell. If it was online, it would respawn you on another player. Which meant if both players were falling out of bounds, you would both be stuck falling forever. which was really funny, but also really dumb. But yeah, they don't have anything like that in this game right now, so...
A gallery in Brooklyn is having
Yeah, I thought it would be, a thing they had. Apparently they don't. Anyway, let's rock the cradle. If you do the heist properly, it's really fun. If you do it like that, it becomes a 2-minute grind that you do 40 times. And then you do it another, I don't know, fucking 110 times because you need to play this fucking heist 150 times in stealth. I'm almost level 117 though. I'm almost level 117. I just need, what, 170 more IP? If I do Dirty Ice 7 more times in Loud, I can level up. Yeah. This is Payday 3. If I do Under the Surface once in Loud, I level up. Holy shit. I'm gonna do Under the Surface once in Loud.
Surface art gallery is a nesting ground for the
Game. I mean, when you can actually play the game, it's pretty okay. It's just... everything around the core game is kind of not very good. And they really need to patch it, but they've delayed the patch. And then the actual patches that are probably going to change all the stuff people don't like are going to come at the end of the month or in the next few months, so... This game really should have been delayed for like 3 months. Like, honest to God, it should have been delayed for 3 months, but... I mean, if it was delayed for 3 months, it could have been... like, a Christmas release, and that would have been fine, I think. Apparently broken, rushed, lazy, and badly thought out. The thing is, I fully believe that the developers had the best intentions. They wanted to make the best game they could, but somewhere along the way, they had to have this dumb challenge system. They had to rush the game out on this particular date. They were forced to have always online for some fucking reason, and all of these things combined have just made it an absolutely miserable experience. Because there are like flashes of really fun gameplay in here, it's just that it's buried underneath so much shit. So much shit. And it's so sad. I wish the whole game could just be like playing the game, but it's not. You have to spend an equal amount of time staring at challenges and trying to figure out what you need to do next. Just so you can level up. So you can keep having fun playing the game until you reach a point where you've done all the challenges that you can do and now you just have to play like a million heists to keep leveling up and unlock the stuff you want. And then you stop having fun because it's just, at this point, it's just a perpetual grind.
Lots of ways to do this.
A perpetual, very slow grind that doesn't really give you anything until you like complete major milestones, which is absolute shit. Like, if it was a constant drip feed of progress, it would be fine, but it's not. And that's the problem with it. I didn't get the zipline. It's fine, I don't need the zipline, actually, because I'm doing this loud at the end anyway. Oh, Wi-Fi circles. Let's talk about the Wi-Fi circles. Or rather, let's talk about the fact that the Wi-Fi circles just really shouldn't exist.
Should be able to get clues on where to look for
I don't know who decided
It's a card.
We already know
that Wi-Fi circles should exist, but
exhibition room E1. Why don't we start there?
whoever it was, why? Why are Wi-Fi circles like a recurring objective just all the time? It's not fun.
We'll unlock.
The thing is though, like, 99 Boxes has the best incarnation of the circles in this game
They could have a QR
because the circles
the staff area.
only take like 10 seconds. They're not long at all. In this heist, they are so much longer. It's so bad. no! Oh no! Actually, I don't need to get the right one. What am I doing?
We'll need it to determine which of the Uma paintings is the original.
The correct painting literally doesn't matter if all I'm going for is completing the heist, does it? That's the thing as well, because like the best way to do these fucking heist completion challenges is to just ignore the objectives and just finish the heist as fast as possible, which is really counter to like... Oh, hello. Really counter to like the point of... You know... stealing shit? Why was the leg so weird? Why are his legs so weird?
I don't like the sound of that.
It's a card.
I fixed him. I have fixed him.
There's a card. It's a card.
Yeah. I mean, the interesting thing is apparently 10 Chambers, the devs of GTFO, are apparently making a heist game of their own now. A sci-fi heist game, which I assume will be similar to GTFO, but a heist game. I will be interested in seeing what Ulf does. Maybe Ulf will voice the character again. Maybe he won't. Okay, but GTFO isn't like a proper heist game though. It's not Crime Boss Rocket City. That's a fucking game. I've done that one, it's that one. Really screaming? GTFO? I doubt Ulf has any voice lines in GTFO. That's true, that is something they said, wasn't it? That part of the way they designed the game was to stop people from grinding the same level over and over. So they made challenges to finish every heist 300 times in total. 150 self-loud. Pretty cool. It sure did encourage me to not grind. Yeah, you gotta grind every level and so why does that not trip the alarm, by the way? I was thinking about this like a couple days ago. Why does doing that not trip the alarm? It'd be dumb if it did, but like seriously. It feels like it should trip the alarm. Alright, it's time for my favorite part of this game. Wi-Fi boxes. Or Wi-Fi circles. I love Wi-Fi circles. Also, here's a fun glitch. If you stand in between these doors and then close the door, nobody can see you now. You can still ping stuff, but nobody can see you.
It's a card.
Pretty cool.
There's a guard.
Check the computer for leads.
Yeah, I do find it really sad that this game, like, has so much potential to be really good. And it's this.
That flash drive will give you access
Unfortunate.
to the Dead painting.
I don't have free yet, do I know? E37, that's always the same. E35, that's kind of annoying that it's on E3, but oh well. Yeah.
Hey, watch it.
That is very convenient. Now this guy's gone. You heard nothing. Right, so I just want to grab one of the paintings from E4E7. It doesn't matter if it's real or not. And then... I never opened that. And then I want, I haven't done the circles. I was just talking about doing the circles. Oh my fucking god, right. Circle time. Not there. Cool.
I like most parts of Brooklyn, but places like these, fucking breeding grounds for slacktivists who think they're artistic and deep.
I love circles. They're all over there. Okay.
Guard over there.
Also, sometimes you don't actually see the detection progress, which is really annoying, but oh well.
I don't like the sound of that.
That door's open. Oh fuck, I thought the door was closed.
There's a guard. It's a guard. There's a guard.
I love standing in circles.
Thought I heard something.
Guard.
Sure, I'm gonna just go do that one, to be fair.
It's a guard.
Nope.
Guard over there. Watch the guard.
Yeah, this dog glitch is really useful.
Guard over there.
The upper floor display
Thought I heard
cases are
something.
now accessible.
Right, now I can go grab one of these paintings. Is he investigating this room?
Guard.
He didn't even hear me walk over here. What the actual fuck? I ran over there. And the door was closed. Okay, I guess if they hear you once, they...
What did I just hear?
Yeah, I guess if they just hear you run once, they kind of just go to wherever you are. That's really weird. I guess I'll just drop that there for now then. It's E3, E5, wasn't it? That's E7, so it's on the other side. Which means I need to go over there. Huh?
I've never been very interested in art, but if you see one of those paintings with the dogs playing poker, grab it for me, will ya?
What do you mean you're starting to snipe this game?
There's a guard.
Right, so it's E3, E5, which means... Is he being alerted by the painting being missing? He might be, I'm not sure. No? No, okay. I don't know what causes that. Sometimes the guards walk into the rooms if the doors are open and then, like, look at the, like, open cases and then they'll call in a search. And I don't know what triggers that. Because it seems really random. And it says they found a sabotaged object, so I don't know what it is, necessarily. Yeah, I wonder if it's if you cut the glass, but the thing is, I've never cut the glass, so if it has been because of that, it's been somebody else that's been cutting the glass. And I've just never, like, seen the cut glass myself. So it always seems kind of random to me.
Guard over there.
Is he within... I was gonna say, is he within 5 meters, but doesn't matter.
Hi, Control. So, what you do?
The thing is, like, the guards that walk along that...
Nice and slow, huh? Yeah, me too. Nothing's going on here.
The guards that walk along that hallway, can see, like, the bags going along the zipline, like, through the window, or when they're just walking down the hall, they can see it. And if you have the guards that spawn outside, they can also just see the bags going along the zipline when, they're wandering around, which is really fun, and forces you to go into search mode. Unless you, like, then follow the bag and pick it up. So that they can't finish their investigation.
Make sure to finish hacking the security bars before going after the painting.
But the thing is, if one of the guards in that hallway up there sees one of the bags going along the zipline, they don't actually follow the zipline all the way. They open that door there, they walk out the door, and then they call in the search. They don't actually go all the way to investigate the bag, they just go out that door and then call it in. Which is really dumb.
There's a guard.
Really, really dumb.
It's a card.
And now comes the most fun part of the game. Standing in circles. I love standing in circles. Oh, this is the best exhibit in the whole game, by the way, because you walk in here and then you pull the switch and the motion sensor turns off. Really cool. Where even is the motion? It's right here. Yeah. That one is really, really easy. The door open? Yeah. Actually, what am I doing? I have to tap. There we go.
Watch the guard. There's a guard. Guard over there.
And now the circles are in really annoying places. Pretty cool. Actually, this one isn't that bad, actually.
There's a guard. Watch the guard.
Okay.
It's a card.
There's one there, isn't there? Yeah. You know what? Where's the
Huh? What's that?
Like, this whole thing slows down the space so much if you're doing it in stealth, which is just really annoying.
Good. The security bars on the ground floor are disabled.
Guard over there.
And sometimes when you jump through this vent, you slide through it. It's not happening, but yeah. What's happened sometimes. Really, really cool. 144p. Oh, that's great. And now I just need the last painting from E3, and that's it. And then I can go loud and get my sweet, sweet ones. There we go, slid. I fucking told you it does it. Fucking told you. It randomly slides. And then I can get my sweet, sweet level 117. Oh. That I really obviously want and care about, because I get... What do I even get at level 1? I don't know what I get at level 117. I don't know if I get anything at level 17. I see that he is joined to get his free completion of the heist. Pretty cool.
Alright, let's go.
So now I literally just have to make it go loud and then I'm done.
What's going on over there?
What is the guy? I want to get the guy. Yeah, that is it.
What did I just hear?
The guy. I want the guy. So that I can trade him.
Shit, can't stay with the heat coming. Taking off.
Okay, well, never mind. There we go.
No funny stuff.
All right, take it easy.
That didn't finish tying him up. I don't know if there's enough hostages. If there's another guard somewhere, then there's definitely enough hostages, but no. Wait, there is another guard. What am I talking about? Is there another guard? This isn't the right room. I thought this was the security room.
That's it.
Never mind, it's already there.
On the list.
Since when was it already there? Holy shit, that arrived so fast.
But there's plenty of valuable stuff left to steal if you want to try for more. Your call.
It's a smooth fucking operation, baby.
Holy shit, I'm level 117. I got 50 C-stacks. Holy shit. The sudden appearance of chains. The mysterious disappearance of chains. What did I even get for that? For reaching level 117. It's not on the paint scheme. Was it Iron Kiss? I don't think I had this before. I don't know if I had Thick Boys free. I don't know what I got. Did I get any paint? No. I think it was just Iron Kiss. A mask that I will never buy. This could have been a pattern. This could have been a pattern. Why is this not a pattern? Same as why these... Actually, I guess the bullet holes are kind of like more... They're a bit more reasonable. But this could have just been a pattern. Actually, this is a pattern. Huh? Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Is this not the same thing? Did I not just make the exact same mask? Hold on. Let me just take a fucking screenshot of this real quick and then compare. Is that... Hold on a second. Okay, the red isn't quite right. I think. But other than that... Oh, I see! There's like a red thing there. It's like a drop of red there. Holy shit. Yeah, I think the red is different, but... Oh no, it's still there. Please tell me why this is a preset mask. I think the base color is a bit different as well, but you can make basically the exact same mask. I mean, the Apple one has these like red handprints on the eyes though. That's not a pattern that you can use. Because you have the handprints like that, like on the side, but not over the eyes. Why do we not have these like these stripes as a pattern? I can understand this one. This one makes sense. This is just a gold Dallas mask. This one makes sense. This one makes sense. This one maybe not. I don't see why we couldn't have the stripes as a pattern. This one makes sense. Why is this? This one confuses me so fucking much though. Why is this a preset mask when you can literally make this? We have hardened Maiko at home. Hardened Maiko at home. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. For sure. But yeah, I don't know if there's really much else I need to or want to say here. I know, I can't believe I bought the hardened Maiko mask. I can't believe I spent 100 C-stacks on the hardened Maiko mask. I'm probably going to stream here, to be fair, because I don't think there's much else like I really want to say or that you need to say. This is just going to be a short stream to be like, after 2 weeks of playing Payday 3, it's kind of not really anywhere near where it should be. And going over a bit of why I think so, why I feel this way. Yeah. The game needs patches, like, really soon. The fact that they delayed the October 5th patch because of console certification and they found new things that need fixing. We really should have just had that patch for October 5th. Really should have had it. Because the game's kind of jank. Kind of really jank. But yeah. I'll keep checking back in with the game, obviously, because I have enjoyed playing it. It's just, at this point, I don't know how much more I'm going to be playing it, because playing every heist 300 times is kinda shit. Like, if I go through my challenge list, I can find some that I'm close to having done, but yeah, I still have to grind it a lot. Like, oh look, Dirty Ice, one more time in Loud. I can do that. I can do that and get some free points for it, but then I still need, like, 10 more challenges to level up again. Which means doing 10 more of these. Yeah. Hopefully they get their shit together and fix things and don't go bankrupt at the end of this first year of the game's development cycle. Because I want to keep playing this game, but we'll see. Anyway, I will end there because this has been my short few-week check-in with Payday 2 stream. I will stream again at some point. I do not know when. I do not know when it will be. I don't know what it will be. Because streaming this again, I've noticed that I get pretty bad performance while streaming this. Maybe when I get some PC upgrades in like a few months or whatever, I'll stream it a bit more. After the game gets some updates and is a little bit less shit. Hopefully. Hopefully that happens. But yeah. Toodaloo. I'm never saying that again. But thank you very much for watching, and good night. I will probably stream again at some point in the next month. Probably. I mean, if you've asked me to stream at Knife Point, I'm definitely going to stream again in the next month. So, goodbye.